360 Strong Women. Today we're going to do a yin class. So you're going to need your mat, a yoga blanket, perhaps some yoga blocks, and a bolster if you have one. You can use pillows too. These tools just give you extra support to help you place your body in positions that are correctly in alignment, but also to give you support for your body, because we are going to hold these poses for 2 minutes apiece. I'm going to work around the hip today, into the hip flexors, into that lower back, into the hamstrings. So we're going to get a lot of those types of poses in. I want to get everything really stretched. And yin is our yin to the yang. So yin is our cool practice. You want to be in a cool environment. It's slow, it's static, and it really works plastic tissues, meaning it works our ligaments, our tendons, our cartilage. It really works those areas in the joint systems. Then when we work our muscles and get our muscles worked out, there's balance there. So when we work yoga in a vinyasa form, we're doing the yang portion of our yoga, our heated portion, because we're flowing through, our metabolic system is getting heated up, and that's going to push right into the muscles. But we also want our ligaments, our tendons, our cartilage, those plastic tissues that are around those joint areas, to be in harmony, to be in balance. So we practice yin to do that. You're going to use that same breath work, that Ujjayi breath, and listen to your body. Feel the sensations in your body. That's where you're going to take that breath work, where those tingling sensations are, where you're feeling some tension, things like that. You're going to push that oxygen right into that area. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start in a seated straddle fold. I've got a blanket underneath my sits bone just for some support. And remember, I want my knee joints to be nice and soft, because I want oxygen coming into my knee joints. And I'm going to keep my toes flexed towards my knees, because I want them also to protect the knees. And so I'm going to dorsiflex at my ankle joints, right? Dorsiflex those toes towards the knees, pull the pit of the belly in and up, and draw it up. Now for support, as I hinge forward, I'm going to place my blocks here. You could even make a table with your bolster and lay down right there. So I think I'm going to do that today. That feels pretty good. So find what works for you. Find the thing that gives your body support. Meet yourself where you are today. I'm going to roll my shoulders back. Set that timer for us. And then hip hinge at my hip flexors, keeping that apple under my chin. Just going to fold over. Nice soft joints in my knees, and feeling that in my low back, around my hip joints, in my hip flexors, in my hamstrings, all the way down the back of my legs, into those glutes. And then begin to take that Ujjayi breath in through the nose and exhale out through the nose. And then you can begin to close your eyes. more breath in. Open your mouth, maybe open your eyes, and then exhale that all away. As you come back up to center. I'm going to bring my legs together now. I'm going to do this at the side. So we are going to do Catepillar. So it's Paschimottanasana when we do seated forward fold. In our yang, in our vinyasa flow, right? We reach up, we hinge over, we breathe in and out, we lengthen through, we move through it. This time, I'm going to put my bolster right here. Again, I'm dorsiflex. I've got softness in my knee joints, and I'm sitting up really nice and tall. And then I'm going to put a block right up under my chin. Roll my shoulders back. And breathe in and out. Once you find that you're super comfortable, but you're in alignment, begin that breath work in through the nose, exhale out through the nose. Big inhalations and big exhalations. And then sit in this very quietly. Last breath in and out. So in our Catepillar, so I'm supported up under my neck, looking straight ahead. I'm looking at you right now. But I want to keep my shoulders rolled back here as I'm hip hinging in. So you're going to feel that opening in that low back position. If you need more, you can stack blocks. If you need more hip hinge, you can be here and hip hinge. Just remember to keep rolling that shoulder and hip hinge here. So you could do it that way too. All right, I'm going to move my pillow for right now. I'm going to turn to the side. We're going to do half pigeon. I'm going to use a block and perhaps my bolster in the front for support. My one hip's going to be up on my block. So as I come through, now you could do a sleeping swan if you need to. I really need to work my hips open a little bit more, so I'm going to work that. I'm going to sit right down on top of my block and then even up my hips. So my shoulders and my hips are even. Then I'm going to pull my block here, untuck my foot, and then hip hinge down. gently on that last exhale. I'm going to gently begin to sit up. Use my block a little bit. Then I'm going to remove my block from my hip. I'm going to come around so my foot is in the front. I want to do this in the front for you. So we're going to do double pigeon right after that. So I'm going to take my back leg and swing it around over the top. My ankle joint is not sitting on top of my foot. And you can, as you can see, this is why I'm doing this today. My hips are pretty tight today. I've been working really hard, a lot of weightlifting this week. And so my hips are a little tight from many amounts of deadlifts that I've done. My feet are dorsiflexed, and I'm using the block in between for me. And you can put support, right? Use the pillows and the blocks for support. And then just begin to breathe in and out. Rolling the shoulders back, keeping that apple under the chin. You could hip hinge into this if you needed to. Begin to breathe into those sensations. Feel everything begin to untighten and release. It's very small movements. And then begin to exhale that away. So we're going to go to the other side, half pigeon. Move this over here. And then double pigeon. So I want the block to go under my hip. So my top leg is going to be in the front now. So you're just switching legs. And this leg is going to be lengthened out, untucked. I want to get into that position. And then I'm going to use my bolster to hip hinge over. So it gives me a little bit of access, right? While my hip's nice and tight. Roll the shoulders back. And then I'm going to exhale and fold, see where I'm at. And then hip hinge all the way down. Find your comfort level. exhale out. Gently going to push up. Now this leg is going to be on the bottom. My back leg is going to swing up and over and around for my double pigeon. This side lays down a little bit better. May want to support my foot, keep those toes dorsiflexed. And then if I need to, I can hinge for this. So I'm really feeling the opening of my hips. My hips are starting to feel so much better. Last inhalation as you begin to come up and sit really nice and tall, and then exhale that away. So I'm going to bring my legs into extension really nice and gently and pedal them out. Put some nice fluid in there. Nice, beautiful. So we've done seated straddle fold, caterpillar, half pigeon, double pigeon, half pigeon, double pigeon. I'm going to have two more poses for you. So the first one's going to be, the next one's going to be Sphinx pose. And what I want to do is come into my nice Sphinx. So I'm going to come right down onto my belly. I'm going to use my pillow instead. I feel like it's a little more comforting. It's a little softer. And I'm going to put my arms right up on it. So I want my arms to my rib cage. My legs are going to come together. Now you could then use a block if you need to. Put your forehead on it or your chin on it. I'm just going to hold mine, but I want to sit in this nice Sphinx and open up my low back. With the support of the bolster, exhale away. I'm going to push my body up. And I want to come into my nice child's pose. So I'm going to bring my bolster right up against my quads. My big toes are going to touch, and I'm just going to fall down onto my child's pose, nice and supported. You can turn your cheek if you need to, roll those shoulders back, and just let your back stretch out. Now you could keep, you could use a block and put your chin here or your forehead here. You could do that. If you want to keep your neck in a neutral position instead of turned, or you could take a cheek. And then exhale that all away. I'm going to move my pillow out of the way. Again, put my legs in extension. Pedal them out a little bit. You may want to twist out your body just a tad. Big inhale, elongate. Twist that open. Exhale. Other side. Big inhalation. Exhale, twist that open, perhaps a little half butterfly, just to get those side bodies all stretched out. There are a lot of yin poses. This was just one to work around mostly the hip joint today and into that low back and into the back of the legs. And then you can come back to your Sukhasana, your easy seated pose. And I want to make sure my toes are dorsiflexed, keep these knees nice and safe. Sit up nice and tall. Take a big breath in. And exhale that away. So yeah, there's a lot of yin poses that you can do to work around the joints. Consider using a blanket, your blocks, your bolsters, or pillows to give your body support while you're sitting quietly, breathing into these static positions, working that plastic tissue, especially around those joint issues, tendons and ligaments. We don't want to overstretch them, but we want them to be fluid so when our muscles move, they move along in balance and harmony with them. That way, we don't overstrain or overstress one or the other, and our body systems can work together efficiently. Also, yin is really good for your digestion, especially some of the poses where you're in a prone position and you've got the kind of the support of the pillow, but also some pressure on maybe your gut, and that can really help you with that. So when we do like crocodile, and we can roll a blanket up under our abdomen, and that can really push into that digestion. So there are a lot of ways that yin yoga can be very efficient for the body systems and help balance out other types of yoga that you do. Consider that we want to do yin in a cool environment. So it's not vinyasa and then yin. It's always yin and then vinyasa. So if you're mashing them together, it's a yin vin. Make sure that you're doing that appropriately. Otherwise, you're working into all your muscles, even if you're holding it static. So at the end of our vinyasa flow, and we do that, and our body's all warmed up, and we do some of the static stretches, it's not really getting into your plastic tissues. You're stretching them a little bit, but mostly you're stretching the muscle that's been worked to fatigue. To get into the plastic tissues, we have to do it cold, right off the bat. That's why I didn't warm you up, get your metabolic system all cranked up before I did it. I wanted to work into the plastic tissues as ligaments, tendons, cartilage before we worked into the muscle group. Now, what you could do with this video is just work yin. Just say, oh, my joints are tight. If 2 minutes was too long, I went kind of in the middle. Yin can be like 1 to 5 minutes. So I kind of went right in the middle there. We've got shorter ones, so don't forget, hit our button, like, subscribe, and share, and you can go into our yoga playlist and find some yin to practice. And we've done all kinds of different yin poses. I just picked a few because my hips were really tight today, and I wanted to share that and work along with you and get into that joint systems. When you work around the hip joint, you do work into your hamstrings, your glutes, your piriformis, and that lower lumbar, that L1 through 5. So if your back's tight, this would be a good video to watch. Now, if you wanted to go ahead and get into a vinyasa flow, this would be the time. Hit your child's pose, integrate, and then start to flow through into your vinyasa flow. You could, again, go into our playlist and get something like that. Or you could hit one of our yin vin videos and do a mashup together. So there's a lot of things that you can do with this. But I wanted to bring the importance of experimenting, trying, and practicing different types of yoga for different things that help your body and your wellness journey. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. I'll see you for the next either practice or workout or whatever we've got going on next for you. It's the busy time of year. We're in our, what I call the Burr months, September, October, November, December. Those are our busiest, most stressful months of the year. And therefore, you're going to need a lot of yoga in your life. A lot of breathing, meditation, restoration, and flowing through, getting that metabolic system out, push out those toxins, push out that stress. So vinyasa, yin vin, yin, restorative yoga, and then your meditation, your box breathing, your belly chest breathing, astronaut pose. We want to be doing all of that. So don't forget to add that to your other movements throughout the day. All right. We'll see you for the next one. Bye.